we spoke to Config the other day, and he says they just don't know what kind of team they want to be right now.
Yep.
You know, they're in the process of just figuring out like what's going to really work for them because they're in sort of a slump. They're not doing too hot. So NIP are coming for the Complexity boys, and this is a very, very close match, and I don't think there's any head-to-head history. I actually can't remember, but I don't think there's any recent head-to-head history, especially not versus LNZ, excuse me. So that's what will make this game more interesting.
Well, it's going to be a quick one, man. Check this out. Already up connector, into Hompus, taps away for 2. Poison's able to trade this. They've got a little bit of a jungle presence from Plopsky, and we'll see if these T's, as they come out from Palace, perhaps at the same time as this ticket push, Config's got it back to the even 3v3, and LNZ sits tucked away in his cubby. We have Device trying to make that contact, a little bit of a slower moment here. And they've got the cover, they've got everything they need, really. With that third player back by Ticket Booth, it should be a very safe plant, assuming he doesn't get caught off guard, which he just did. LNZ gets the better of the timing. We've got that even 2v2. Blame F yet to show his face from Palace. Look at these flashbangs from Device. Double flashbang and the kit for the defuse. And you can see that hesitation from Device, not knowing where this second player is. Again, Palace ramp, both options. Confirming Config up close and personal. Device now going to get onto that bomb, at least tapping it once. Blame F's P250, not nearly enough. And there is, of course, still time. Huge retake from the Ninjas.
Only one of those times. I think it was versus Mouse Sports. It wasn't a particularly easy game or anything, but, you know, just to point that out. Not exactly hard carrying the lineup.
Rush gets out this time, but doesn't quite gather anything for his efforts. Config will catch a kill. Hampus, and Plopsky's hot on his heels for the trade. But LNZ, he's gone unnoticed this entire time. And as Plopsky continues to draw that attention, LNZ's able to activate. Gets the kill versus Blame F, and then Poison once more, at least getting the bomb down. So a couple of bomb plants in a row, but no real winnable situation yet for Complexity, and it's not going to help that Rush kicks this off with a team kill quickly thereafter, an additional 2 frags.
And IP are doing so well to slow them down, and even though they're coming in with this hot pace to keep them controlled. LNZ will again have some pressure put upon him.
Great fake. Great fake, man. Look at that. A-site completely given up, and the bomb's still sitting on Palace.
Ooh.
Look at that. Blame F taking all of the attention, and now Config has to go.
There's a problem, yeah.
Rez stuck around and holds on to this. Config just down for the count. Zero-sum game. Does get up to the top of connector. Now Rush throws his smoke. That one's going to block off jungle. This could be their entry. But Plopsky's attacking from the back, where Config will catch him. A 3v3, and look at this. Blame F right through the window, tags up the second, and LNZ's gone down, but maybe Device is here for the clutch. He's got that player close, and remember, this is not the best of buys for Complexity. Device can't handle it, and we've got the T's on the scoreboard.
Has made a great pace here to almost turn the corner already.
Yeah, and he's constantly getting caught by like Plopsky and Ladder, so he hesitates that 1 extra second, gives them 20 seconds to spare here. Bomb plant needed. Molotov on the feet of the close player. Plopsky dives back down. LNZ, smoke on top of it. Plopsky's still in this position. Oh, this is sick. He's gonna go ahead and shoot the bench player, pops up, can't quite catch Blame, and then they get the better of him.
30-second mark, this is where they normally execute. Does go to B a lot. The CTs are starting to lean.
Yeah, Rush starts sprinting in.
He didn't clear that.
No, sir.
Wait, what?
Oh my God, Plopsky. Now he's in this huge position, gets himself all 3! Up close and personal, Plopsky takes him, and the clutch is his to be had. All he needs is a shot on Poison. He goes for the peak, and Poison through the wall! A couple more, but it's still 60 or less health for Poison and Rush. Hampus has his back, soon to be exposed to Blame F in the connector on the box. This fight, unfortunate. Rez back at it, gets the better of Poison, and it's a sweep here. All too easy for Rez. 3 kills on the round.
Any way out of this box?
Yeah, getting Device off site.
They're just hoping for a mistake here. I don't know if we spot a barrel.
That could have been it. The other CTs giving JKS a bit of room. And it's low health for Device. Oh, it's just Device on triple. Oh, JKS comes out from Palace and just bleeds him dry. And that's 2. He knows it's 2. Oh, and as Config jumps to the bench, he gets caught. Poison right back at it. And Rez is looking to take this risk. Blame F understands that that was a possibility. and clamps down on it before things can start to unravel. Plopsky gets his hands on an M4, and this could very well be the save call for the Ninjas as Complexity moves that bomb back over. Pulled out a flash for the repeak.
Yes.
Little shoulder Jimmy. Jimmy ain't playing games. Device right to the top of middle. Poison just kind of letting them do as they please.
You guys got that, right?
Them. And JKS will find his ramp kill. He's just confident. Like, you guys got it. That's what you need. Confidence in your teammates. And confidence from Rush as he extends out B apps.
Where did
Complexity
it all go wrong?
close the T half. They were down 0-5.
Is the game over? No.
Not even close.
Yeah, not even close. A lot to be said here about the T side for NIP on a map they've been playing a lot.
But I do love a good config CT side on Mirage. So nice deep flash. Oh, Hoppus! He just can't handle it. JKS over towards Ticket at bat versus Device. Bombs back behind the triple. They could get themselves the...
No plant.
Nope. Nope, they can't. Blame F somehow drops that bomb carrier, and we are in the 2v2 where Rez has succeeded with the P250 to close out.
You know what it is on the CT side. You're always tempted by the idea to take the guns in the next round, but they're also so close to maybe getting this.
Just gotta knock it in.
Oh.
Just like that. 90 damage versus Blame F, but he still comes out with a kill, and Hompus hits the dirt. Device back by the van. A frag grenade at his feet takes him to 21, and JKS hones in like a missile to give Complexity double digits. They still manage to retake this in time.
Yeah, he needs no help whatsoever. Comes down to the final seconds, and Complexity win the round.
Everybody from Complexity yet again over towards Market, and you can see this hesitation from the Ninjas, thinking there has to be someone somewhere else. That is not the case again. Rez just looked away, but he still sees the shoulder of Blame. They are wide, and Device, well, doesn't peek, just holds it back from bench, and Rez hits the head.
The skyscraper above.
Imagine if you missed that 25-cent price tag.
It's at least 30-40% above Bitcoin.
Pistols coming in from Poison. That's something. Hey, yo, that's that AK getting itself into the mix. So Rez is like, listen, we've got the A site. We'll take what we can get while our teammates die and then stave off any sort of a retake attempt. It'll definitely help that Plopsky's gone this deep. You can see Blame F just focusing in on jungle. Config missed his window jump. Oh, Rush. That's huge, man. Ninjas, they felt comfortable because they had Plopsky deep. Now, eventually, Rez, he'll be compromised from Ticket Booth, and Blame F hits another headshot, but the question is, where is LNZ? The young kid on the block looking for the clutch, but he is held back by these pesky CTs.
They don't have time.
Rush, a late defuse attempt? It's going to be close.
They gotta surely have to run from this.
Super
Does he grab
close.
it? Oh my gosh, I thought he didn't even have to. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, they did break great.
Sir,
oh my
Hompus
God.
got all the way
Now,
around.
why would you want to do that?
And Rush has already been spotted.
He does
so now
this
they're gonna
once a
figure out
match.
Config.
This is his play.
Oh, Hompus, you dirtbag. I absolutely love you. Taps into the side of Rush. Now Config kept at bay. Everybody from Market, or rather Apps, is going to start running in. Let's see if Config can hold the line. It's him, B4, and he gets himself at least a second kill. Keeps this one even in the 3v3. But we've seen these retakes on the B site go both directions. Normally, it is a heavy emphasis over towards Market. In this case, it's only JKS. Poison towards Cat, and Blame F deep in Apps. Plopsky, this is my position. You crouch down behind these railings, rafters, shelving, whatever it is, and you wait for them to walk into you. That's an audio cue, dude. JKS, they know you're there.
Yeah, but he knows they know. Yeah.
But now they know he knows he knows. And hey, he turns around, Rez walks out like it's nobody's business. Poison trapped in triple, dropped at the hands of Plopsky. We're left in the 2v2 and Rush dives behind stairs as Plopsky pushes through towards Ticket. And yet Config still succeeds. LNZ can't clutch this one because Rush comes over top.
Oof. NIP can't bring that same level of pizzazz to
trade.
their T side, though. They're losing a lot of the opening duels,
I like
trying
that.
to approach on the defaults.
Deep off angle from Blame F. Poison creeps right into Plopsky. Now you kill a player deep ramp, you get traded from there. They know where he is. LNZ, my friend, you've got nowhere to hide.
And the AK is going to be valuable because no one has money right now.
We'll see if they can explode into this A-site, bomb in tow towards connector. JKS not challenged whatsoever. Easy headshot Plopsky, but there are 3 Ts on him, and JKS just trying to commit into the corner. Blame F with a nice deep angle, getting the better of Hampus, and it's all on LNZ, but it's not meant to be. Complexity taking Mirage and pushing this into Ancient with that 1-0 start.
Got syllable.
Yes.
So when you say it, it feels like you got to repeat it a few times. I'm not convinced on cue. It feels like it took so long to think of another word.
It did.
But then we did an interview with Simple.
Today
we did an interview with Simple, and I said before the interview ended, hey, what are you guys calling this part of the map that looks like the donut? And he said it was Totem. More on that second.
Config back. Over towards V1. Blame F. By the spam wall, and it's finally an answer back. Oh, yes. Another one. No, the Gush comes back the other direction. It's Hampus in the clutch. A 1v4 and in need of an ace. Now he could walk away from this B site. We've seen many flavors of Ancient already. Config back by V2. Dies to LNZ. And Rush moving through the caves. Here's that bomb plant confirmed. So a little bit of money here for the Ninjas force buy. That's going to call this a victory already. And Rush could technically flank around construction. Hampus holding back lane.
They're slow on the retake, waiting out the smoke. Flash comes in.
Rush has actually managed to get back into the bomb site as the T's moved around through caves. Look at that. They can't commit. They call off the retake. Ninjas force buying towards the B site for a second round win. Ooh, Deagle shots though. Blame F coming from Red Room into Candles. Gets the kill versus Hampus.
We went over this.
Dude, 100 times.
We tried to, yeah. Okay.
Let's see. That's a second AK offered over to Complexity. JKS on V2. Doesn't have a crossfire, but does have Rush behind the pillar. And Poison, look at this, up close. If Rush wasn't there for the frag, well, the second Deagle would have been. And JKS with 2 kills to close as the Ninjas fall short. This was a solo AK round.
They're stuck in there. And right now you can't even spam back.
Rez gets config. And there it is, an unraveled B site for the most part. Blame F still in caves. His teammate joining top mid.
They don't know, because he was coming from mid last time. Oh, they walk through the smoke. Device does not find that timing. I think this really does let the CTs back in, even though they're 3 to 4.
Rush now tucked in the spam. Poison using that totem for cover, and look at this, Rush, 2 kills. As they tried to challenge through smoke, he was not falling for it. Oh, man.
Wow. I mean, he barely showed up on Rez's screen.
Rush, though, he tries to fall off of Pillar and gets caught by Device, who doubles down on this B site. Blame F peeking from back lane. Oh, Device recovers from the smoke, and he is on for the ace. Poison pushing through the smoke. Device,
no way.
Look at this, he gets caught, opts out, and Poison now down. So it's on to JKS the clutch coming in from shelf. It's being held by Hampus. Right there. I said it was being held, but instead he offers a chance here for JKS. We've got a smoke kit, incendiary, everything he needs to get the better of LNZ. These are the sorts of clutches that the young kid needs to close. And JKS crossing over is snapped back by the AK headshot. That's where you throw that smoke from.
Are they going to clear him?
If they don't check this corner, this is a prime example of needing to check every corner on Ancient. JKS with 2.5 frags because they weren't thorough enough. And maybe that argues to the inconsistencies of their A presence. This has not been an often move from Ninjas. They come here for like the second time maybe, and it just falls flat.
Double Molotovs here, and again, this opens up lines to get just this pincer move
and here
on cave. Another spray down. They are getting stuffed at the goal line every single time.
Oh, he's 19 HP with Device on the other side of this. Some rounds we see Ninjas throw that Molotov towards the top mid shelf so that Blame F can't do exactly that. Config caught by Device, who whips this around and almost opens things back up, but instead it's Poison and Rush to close down the 14th round, double digits secured, but never on a gun round have we seen these kinds of A splits.
They didn't use mid at all this game.
Dude.
Yeah, that's so true.
This looks like it's Complexity's pick. Rush from V1, tucks into cover with config over on pillar, and it is nothing but a shooting gallery.
And they just left mid, you know? They really just didn't approach it late at all.
Yeah.
And banged their head into a wall in that regard.
Well, I'm very excited to... Oh, this corner right there. That right there. That shadow advantage brought to you by Rushly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That corner, that box, you stay tucked, and you're going to see that creep every single time. So sick that they leave a player to lock in that position. And I mean, Complexity, talk about locked in. This seems to be an unwavering post plant.
They went over everything.
Everything is ironed out.
They've even got a loose piece, like 3 extra here.
They see some players coming up from Ivy. JKS clears Rez from V1. And he's got himself a second.
A little haircut.
How? How does he hit that?
Wow.
Plopsky tucked V2.
I'd really like to, I'd love to ask them actually, why did they not think about
That's a nice retake smoke.
late mids at all?
Retake smoke comes in, falls on caves, completely counters out Rush. Another smoke grenade over towards ramp, and a couple of kills could make this doable. Blame F over the top of this smoke, desperate for some spam damage. We've got a player on top of the bomb, 5 seconds left for this defuse. Rush is gonna have to chew through 4 bodies, but he can't. And that retake connects from the ninjas.
We've got totem control from Hampus, and I think this is so big for the CT side. This box can also be incredibly powerful.
Massive.
But they're still now going to look for res in this position. And
He's checked.
yeah,
But they come up flat. Yeah, that's the big one. If you're Rush and you trust your teammates, seeing as there's 2 of them behind you to clear that, you don't have to check. Luckily, Config gets the better of it. Then 3 kills, a crescendo of frags to close out the 19th. Complexity taking over that A site.
We've got 1 player here to defend the site. And we'll see if this line is strong enough. Device has this angle. It was deep enough. He'll eventually find the refrag for himself. Puts himself in a new position, but misses another flick.
And Config hits the headshot through the side of the wall, pushes into ruins, where Rush now resides. And we've got Blame F deep on long. 1 CT from Totem and 2 here in ruins. Rush ruins them. Lines him up, knocks him down, and suddenly now Blame F is gonna be able to hold this cross. Oh, they know exactly where Rush is at. Plopsky honing in on him, but can't quite finish the kill. Circumventing spawn and trying to challenge onto the B site alongside Rush.
Oh,
I
look
think
how nasty this gets, right? This is something you were talking about that NIP didn't do. We have this smoke go down. We have mid control. We are slowing the rotates down to a halt.
Device though, alive and kicking. 2 kills off of the B site. Blame F catches Rez.
But this does push Device into a certain few positions, so we'll see if Blame F or him can take him out.
He's just gonna hold on.
This smoke will allow Config to clear this
Molly
part.
on his feet. I mean, now they absolutely know he's in here.
What a mid-round.
It's a matter of LNZ maybe killing somebody from Ivy, but it's just that P250. Device trying to buy time. LNZ rushes the bomb, gets the kill. Now it's Config stuck inside the smoke. And LNZ, 2 frags off the pistol, gives Ninjas that little bit of hope.
Oh, he was clutching his prayer bees in that corner. There's just not enough control here, I would say, for NIP. I would be quite uncomfortable if I was them. They're playing blind with slow rotations and retake basically on the B site.
Big retake potential for this. And if Device gets pulled over towards the B site, now this opens up Poison for a Candles push. Rush is able to get that first headshot back lane. JKS, safe plant, and there's the lurk from Poison. That's the thing with the Candles to Red Room push. It gives you that whole back line. And it completely exposes the hold from the Ninjas, but Hampus flanks the flanker, and yet again, 3 rounds in a row, we find ourselves in the 2v2. Blame F gets called back up from ramp, catching LNZ towards V, and it all falls on Hampus. He's able to trade out the first one and the second. He needs those kills, he keeps them crisp, and sticks the defuse through. A 9th round for the Ninjas.
You know, where he had tons of time to kill a Deagle on that retake situation on A.
Sure.
And nearly lost the round purely on mechanical skill. Clearly his confidence is shot, but that brings it back a bit. 3 on 5, player at V2.
Yeah, completely tucked.
One's clear. I don't think Rush exposes himself by clearing this off.
And there's his swing, but they expect it.
Oh, 2-on-3 now.
Yeah, JKS connects the headshot. Plopsky still in this equation with the MP9.
Yeah.
An M4 to upgrade at his feet.
Did they forget? I mean, did they kind of forget about him here? They don't know if he's coming through B slope or if he's still in cave, but that was a name tag that should be corroborated.
I feel like because of the potential ramp hit, that's why we get this player, JKS, tucked inside of sight. He is deep in the spam and poison, attacking from the back lines, traded out. Now it's on to JKS. He could line them up, and he basically does. A 15th round for Cole.
It was getting a little bit dicey at this point with the amount of retakes that were being won.
We've got a heavy emphasis here on the B ramp. LNZ, tough spot, dude. Loses his teammate, drops the bomb, comes back at it with a bit more damage. But again, it's going to have to be the retake. And in this one, it's dire. There's not a single kit on the play, and Config, sharp as ever, his 24th kill with potential for another double back here on the back lane. He kills his own teammate. Get out of my way. I'm closing this map. I'm closing this series, he says. And just like that, Complexity in their opening match of the Blast Spring Group's finals.
Hollywood Carson.